getting prepared for the task at hand. Thanks for joining us live for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. So glad you could join us here in Brooklyn, the home of the Nets. The starting fives for our game. Here are tonight's starting lineups. And breaking down the game, let's take a look here at Tyson Chandler.
When you bring his name up, what I can't get out of my head is how ferocious he is as a rebounder.
You know, that's really a good way to describe him. He devotes so much energy to his work on the boards, it makes him hard to handle.
And, of course, Jason Terry. He's a guy that will be sorely missed.
Kevin, I've got to admit, I was caught off guard by this trade. I mean, he played such a big part for him. He was the last guy I expected them to move.
And with him gone now, Clark, I mean, there's some players on this team that will have their roles expanded. They're going to have to step it up and play at a pretty high level if this team is going to compete. Well, head coach Jason Kidd, that's a phrase I didn't expect to hear this quickly, but Kidd wasted no time. Only a matter of weeks after he announced his retirement as a player, he was named the head coach of the Brooklyn Nets. And it's going to be interesting to see the transition. Kidd, obviously, great basketball IQ, so well respected as a person in the league. I think it's just a matter of time before he really finds his footing and becomes an excellent coach.
Here's Prigioni. Outside Anthony. Anthony off a pick from Chandler. Anthony kicks to Stoudemire. Feeds it to Prigioni. Fires top of the key. Nice shot by Felton. Felton's got his first points in this one. And back to Coach Jason Kidd, Clark, a rookie at the coaching profession, but one of the most intelligent, respected point guards over his 19 years in the NBA.
Yeah, always respected as a leader, and his basketball IQ off the chart. So I think he's one of the few guys that could go right from playing to being a successful head coach.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Here's Livingston. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Felton kicks to Prigioni. A second chance effort. Anthony's shot is off.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Anthony against Johnson. 11 feet away. And Garnett gets it to go on the assist by Johnson. The New York Knicks, they come in off the loss to Dallas.
Now, Kevin, I'm all for aggressive defense, but they were over the top in that game and wound up in a lot of foul trouble.
Well, Steve, you and I both know it, Kevin as well. There's a difference between being aggressive and being reckless. Clearly, they were the latter.
Here's Garnett after the made shot from Tyson Chandler. Garnett dishes to Livingston. Garnett in the post. He's guarded by Chandler. And Garnett misses. The Knicks have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Here's Prigioni. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Now this is the second season for the Nets here in Brooklyn. It's amazing how quickly they've made themselves a part of this community. But they've tried to capture some of that history from sports in the past. In fact, they have the flagpole from the old Ebbets Field right outside the Barclays Center. Kind of a cool historical connection. The main thing there was that he got them a 2-possession lead despite the 1 miss.
Pierce attacking. It's stolen, and the foul on Paul Pierce. That's his first foul. Second team foul. Knicks on offense. And for the Nets, you notice that unlike most teams with their jerseys, whether they're on the road or at home, it's Brooklyn across their chest.
I think that represents them representing the borough, Kevin, and looking to establish a new identity. And even if you aren't a big Nets fan, for Brooklynites, it's easy to throw on a black and white sweater or jersey with Brooklyn across the front of it.
Here is Livingston after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. Livingston, that's good. Last game for Brooklyn, it was a loss to the Trailblazers in Portland.
And if there was an aspect of the game that jumped out at me, guys, it was the rebound. It was a huge difference in the effort both teams were making on the glass.
Well, they got pushed around all game long, and when that happens, you're going to get out-rebounded.
So it's Brooklyn now after the miss from Raymond Felton. Williams kicks to Livingston. Chandler with the steal.